CG, how's it going? See how we do midweek this week. See if we can not break something. Blasted sun is bright. Yo, Sam, what's up? Sorry about the mess. CG, Sam and I were going to do a combo like Andy and Josh do, and I just could not get it working. So you're just going to have to live with me by myself. We'll have to play with it someday in an unlisted one and see if we can get it working. So it's not public. Boom. Yeah, I've been wanting to do one. And this would have been a good time to try it out, but I started it twice. Every time I'd hit the go live button, it would go back to the screen to send the invite out, and I would send the invite out. And then there was a button on the bottom covered by my little menus on the bottom. And I couldn't get it to go live. Every time I hit the button, it brought me back to that screen. It's like it was hung in an endless loop. No, Sam, it's not. YouTube doesn't like you. It didn't ask for an email. It doesn't care if you have an account. It just sends you a link. I could get CG in here if I wanted to. Let me see what happens if I hit the go live together button now. See if it'll let me do that. Let's see. Not there. Settings. Doesn't look like I can do it once I'm live. Nope. All right. Now, Sam, when you go to invite somebody, it says you want to do it through, just want to copy the link, or do you want to send a message through Facebook or, text message or what? I just sent it through Facebook Messenger. That way I didn't have to worry about your email. Poor little pheasant. Gotta get zoned in. I'm shooting like crapola. There we go. Still trying to bust up that 50 leather spinner. I don't abuse them as hard as Sam does. Sam and Weston, they can destroy a spinner in half an hour. Sam, how many did you and Weston blow up at ECST? I'm sure you knocked a few of them out of their misery. I am all over the place. There we go. Jeez. I'm like right on the edges. Yeet, how's it going? Mr. Yeet, you said they call you Joe. Is your name really Joey and your last name starts with an L? I think I found you on Facebook. Yeah, it does require skill. My skill ain't showing tonight, Mr. Hines. I am accepting messages, Yeet. I don't know what was up. Usually, Alex, I'm a little bit better than this. Maybe I need to aim at something bigger to get warmed up. There we go. So today I put in a huge order on Simpleshot, and it's almost all targets and stuff. So I'm going to get a couple of them rubber chickens, a couple more pheasant heads, some of the little orange bounce backs. Going to put a few pieces of wood up there and screw them on, have me a whole shooting range. How do you hit that? Very careful. Hey, raking raccoons here. Love the Royal Rangers is a big part of my life. Hey, still is part of mine. How do you hit that? So I take it you want to know how to shoot these things. Oh, my neighbor's mowing the grass. Hope it won't be too loud. So I'll give you a 90-second tutorial. Hopefully his lawnmower's not too loud. First, we have what we call an anchor point. When you see me draw, I always come to right here, bottom of my cheekbone. If you go into the description below, I have a Slingshot Basics series that walks you through a whole lot of the stuff you need to know to learn how to shoot well. And it covers that. I'm not going to dive into it. I'm just telling you my anchor is right here. The other thing that's important that a lot of new shooters especially make the mistake of is when they hold the ammo, they hold it like this in front of the ammo. Okay, you don't want to hold it in front of the ammo. I got my band twisted. If you hold it in front of the ammo like that, then when you let go, this finger tends to move quicker. That means this one makes a speed bump and it flings the ammo up and it hits your frame or hits your hand. And neither one of them is a friendly thing. So once you learn that you hold the ammo this way, hold the ammo but not the pouch. You don't do this, you do this. All right, once you got your grip on the ammo, then you want to hold your slingshot right. I shoot what they call gangster style, which is frame parallel to the ground like this. You know, gangster, like you see the gangsters in the movie shooting the gun sideways. So it's sideways. So the frame is sideways. That is perpendicular. So that is square to the ground. If you shoot this way, one band's going to have more tension. It's going to fling it into your frame. You don't want that. That's bad. Or your hand. So parallel, perpendicular. Now the aiming part. This is what everybody wants to know. When you pull back to shoot, you can see how there's two bands. When they get married, like right there where the two become one, you aim right down the top band to the top of the slingshot. And that's your aiming point. This particular slingshot actually has fiber optics on it to help me aim. So you'll see me when I'm shooting, my hands doing this, I'm lining the bands up. So I'm going to shoot at the middle target on the top. Let's see if I can hit it. Okay, my anchor point, parallel, perpendicular. Get my bands lined up. Just a little low. All right, let's try it one more time. Here we go. Got it. That's how you shoot. That's how you shoot. All right, let me see what I missed. Yeah, raking raccoons in the house. Plant products. I love. Yep, you're the Ranger guy. Yes, Rangers are awesome. I got a gang in here. All right, let's shoot a little bit more. Have some fun. Why don't you guys double tap the screen and get me a like in there? YouTube seems to like that a lot. See what I did there? YouTube like. I'm so silly for an old man. There we go. There's a pheasant head down there, and I just smacked him. I'm going to zoom in just a tiny little bit so you can see the targets better. Kind of the same as throwing a rock on water. I don't know. Throwing a rock on water is a little more freehand. I just nipped that pheasant's beak. The water skips. I used to be good at skipping rocks. I could get a good 5, 7, 10 skips a lot of time when I was younger. Now if I did, I think I'd throw my arm out. So the plan is if my neighbor starts mowing the yard here next to me, because he bought the house next to me, he's going to tear it down and rebuild. If he starts mowing here when he's close, we're just going to shoot, and then when he moves away, we'll talk some more. So sorry about that. I did not plan on that. I can't tell him to not mow his grass. Got the beak again. Tell me in Russian. Don't think I can do that. You just have to get interpreter out and figure it out. Got the 50. Let's shoot that little frog. Frog is right there hanging from a stake. It's a little frog I got from the dollar store for a pack of 5. I've blown a couple of them to pieces. Oh, got him. That one's got a hole in his leg, and there's 3 pieces of ammo hanging out in there. There we go. Hit that 50 good. Jose, what's up? Hey. Let's see if we can hit the 40 leather now. That's a little harder. Very close. Did finally find some safety glasses I could shoot with. That makes me happy because when I go to camp in a couple of weeks with the boys, Slingshots is one of our events and they all have to wear safety glasses. There we go. So I'm going to have to wear them as well. Oh, 2 in a row. Dude, can we get 3? I doubt it. Let's get 3. 3 in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Skip 4. No, that's the limit of my dancing, people. Oh, I just missed it by the hair of my chin. American soldier. I've been known to be pretty good at aiming stuff. Shooting junk. When I was a kid and people would let me shoot things, I usually did pretty good. I didn't get to have any guns or any kind of weaponry like that when I was a kid just because we lived in town and there was nowhere to do it. I'd go on vacation, my cousins would pull their BB guns or pellet guns out. Considering I'd never done it, I did really well. So I've always liked target shooting. Now I'm getting dialed in better. That'll be fun, Sam, you and Tom. Hopefully they can make it work. I want to do some go live together, 2 people, but just got to figure out how to make it work. Sam and I were going to do one tonight. YouTube got in a loop and wouldn't send me to the live portion. I don't know what was wrong. $17 likes. I could use a few more. Let's get it up to 20 here in a couple minutes. Double tap your screen if you haven't already. Oh. So some of you Slingshot friends, did you see the new weapon released by Simpleshot today, the collector edition that is really expensive? I'm not interested because it's through the fork. I don't shoot through the fork. Plus, I don't have $250. But it sure was sweet. It was very pretty. Very pretty. I would like to see one and handle one, but Thrillbilly ordered one. As soon as it was available, he clicked the buy button. He said he's going to shoot it with really small bands and rubber ammo. That way it won't break anything on it or hurt anything on it, which is probably a really good idea. Yeah, it's out of budget, all right. Although this is a month where I have some extra discretionary income. If it was something I really liked, I almost thought about it. But because it's through the fork and I don't like shooting that way, I said, nope, not interested. I think they sold out already because I saw somebody say they tried to go buy it and it was not working. There's only 320 of them made, so. All right, the lawnmower guy's coming this way, so let's see how we do. Sorry, I can't control the neighbors. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with a fistful of rice. I bet I can. I hit the side of my garage a couple of times. Yeah, I would cry if I damaged it too. All right, just to prove it, Mr. Naysayer, going to hit the middle target on the top row. Just like, not that. Maybe on second shot. I got the one next to it. I'm still going to get it. There we go. Just a guess, there'll be a second run. Second run, I would think if they're smart, CG, the second run, they would do it in different colors. That way it maintains the collectability of it. Because if they keep pumping them out like the Beanie Babies, remember the Beanie Babies from years ago? And the mini beanies from McDonald's that everybody would go through and buy 10 Happy Meals so they could collect them and give them to their grandkids? Well, they glutted the market with them and the value tanked. They would have kept the exclusivity on them. The value could have stayed up. But I would have probably done the same thing. Glut the market, take my money, and run. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's Colin. I can't see well because the sun's bright. Nathan, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're interested in slingshots, feel free to ask some questions. I like answering, I like teaching, and I like encouraging people to get into this fun hobby. Boom. Look at they don't break that spinner. We're going to have to bust up a can here in a minute. How many likes are we up to? 20 likes. Come on, people. There's 103 people on. Double tap your screen. Let's get those likes up a little bit, and then we'll bust a can. Busting a can is the coolest thing to do with a slingshot. It's not the hardest, but it sounds cool. Oh, I think that spinner almost came off. How big is the projectile I'm slinging? It's a good question. I'm using 8mm steel. Hang on a second. I got one 9mm in my bag here somewhere, see if I can find it. No, I'll pull it out here randomly in a minute. There's 3 sizes that people use in competition: 7, 8, and 9.5. I've settled on the 8 because the 9 needs a little bit bigger band. It's a little heavier. The 8 just fits in my hand real good, and the 7 disappears in the pouch and I can barely feel it. Here comes the mower, so I'm going to be quiet for a second, then I'll help answer more questions. So that's what I'm shooting. They also do shoot them in 11, 12, 13mm, like half-inch. And some people use lead. That's mostly, the big stuff's mostly for hunting, something you need a big impact with. For target shooting, you don't need all of that. So 8mm is great. Royal Rangers, yes, sir. It's still going. I'm a leader in our local church group. I love it. I grew up in it in the 60s. We have our boys camp coming up in a couple of weeks, and Slingshots is one of the activities for the boys. So I'll be handling and running that activity. Should be fun. Andrew Douglas. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? Do you have a magnet to pick up all of those, or just leave them on? Yeah, you can't see it. Or maybe you can. See that silver pole right there by my garage? That's a big magnet. It takes me about 5 minutes to collect them all, because I'll probably go through 300-400 rounds here while we're on. Yeah, I pick them all up. A few get hung down in the ground or missed, and I got a few in my bag that are kind of rusty and corroded, but I do reuse them, and they don't just sit there. Besides, I couldn't afford to just go through thousands and thousands of steel shot without reusing them, because they get real pricey. I keep thinking, somebody comes by here 150 years with a metal detector. You're going to find all these random 8mm ball bearings in the ground and wonder what I was doing. Wonder if we had a civil war here or something. Okay, here comes the mower again, guys. So I'm going to shoot. And then when he leaves, I will answer questions and catch up on the chat. And he's going to come right back, I think. Now, let me see if I can answer a quick question. I tied the magnet from a super tweeter to a piece of paracord. That would work really good. I could always round up a bunch of magnets from my RC plane motors. They have those rare earth magnets in them that are really good, but they're not really big. I'd need a bunch of them. Oh, here's that 9.5. Show you. Here's an 8mm. Here's an 8mm steel. Here's a 9.5mm steel. Wee bit bigger, wee bit heavier. David versus Goliath. Kind of, except David used a different kind of sling. He didn't have this kind of stuff. He had the one that you sling with a pouch on a big long rope. We call them shepherd slings. I've got one I made out of paracord, and I really want to learn to use it. It's just, it's hard in my little yard. So I need to take it somewhere outside of town with a couple of tennis balls. I tried it with some wiffle golf balls, but they had no one. They're so draggy, you don't know if you did the shot right. Here comes the mower. I'm hammering that 50 tonight. Those slings that Goliath used on Goliath were yes, they were. I've seen a few people that are good at them. They're out in the woods and they pick up a big old rock and they fling them and knock branches off of trees. Big branches. Here he comes again. Boy, I am just hammering that 50 tonight. If you know what you're doing, you're David. I'll take that. I really want to learn to throw a shepherd sling though. It just looks cool. Try and hit that frog again. Got him. I've shot at him twice and I've hit him twice. We can hit him again. Nope. Had to miss at some point. That 50's about to let loose. I've been shooting at that thing trying to blow it up. Is there a brand or sling you recommend for beginners? That's a really good question. Yes, there is. And the mower's coming, so I will be stopping this in the middle. And, okay. I'm going to let the mower go by and then I'll explain to him. I'll take one more shot, all right? Got the pheasant. Yes, if you go down in the description underneath, there's a link to Simpleshot. Use that. It helps me out when you buy slingshots. If you're in the U.S., that's a great place to start. They got everything from $20 slingshots to $120 slingshots. You don't want one of those. Get a cheap one first. This one that I'm using here is the first slingshot that I really learned to start shooting well with. It's called the Scout LT2. It's plastic polycarbonate. It's got clips for the bands, so you can literally change bands in like 2 minutes. It's a really great starter. It's the one that taught me to shoot good first. It's like $49.99. There's another one I've got coming. I've got two of them, one for a backup and one for a main, called the Axiom, just a plain old Axiom. It's $40. And everybody that has them swears by them as one of the best shooters they've got. I'll be shooting those exclusively here pretty soon. So, but the LT2 and the Axiom are two really good first slingshots. You can get them at Simpleshot, and if you want to learn to shoot, also in the description below is a link to my Slingshot Basics course to teach you all the stuff you need to know to get you hitting cans. It goes over the different kinds of slingshots, what they look like, bands, ammo pouches, grips, aims, anchor points, all that stuff that you need to know to get shooting. My accuracy is better. When I first got on tonight, about 30 minutes ago, I couldn't hit squat. Sorry about the mower. It's getting closer. Yeah, when I first started, I was lucky to hit the side of my garage. But now I'm kind of dialed in. I'm hitting pretty good. Of course, I say that and then I miss. There we go. It's a 50 millimeter spinner. I'm 33 feet or 10 meters, which is competition distance in knockdowns at tournaments. So that's what we all practice at. We're up to 30 likes. I think it's time to bust up a can. That's always the fun thing. I'm going to get a different slingshot out for that. Okay, this is a different kind of slingshot. It's a more advanced shooter. And you'll see it's a different style of shooting. Hey, from England, how's it going, man? This has a different kind of draw. When you saw me shooting the other one, I would pull back this way and I would shoot like from my jaw, from my cheekbone. It's called short draw. This is called long draw, or they call it full butterfly. You'll see what I mean in a second. And I'm still learning it. I haven't mastered it, but I am sort of close to kind of accurate. So as impressed as you were, Mr. Jesse, with my accuracy, don't be impressed with this accuracy, because I will miss a lot more than I hit. When I hit, it's cool, and I have a microphone down by the targets so you can hear the smack on the cans. I'm going to shoot the top can, which is right there. It's actually a long can, but it's a skinny can. It's one of them bougie energy drink cans. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, this is the difference. With the full butterfly, instead of here, we start way back here. And the first couple are hard because my shoulder is sore. And I have to get it loosened up. So if I hit anything in the first couple shots, I'm happy. There we go. Wasn't a great hit, wasn't a great shot, but let's see how I do. I probably should take a week off of this with the long draw and see if my shoulder gets better. As you can see, I'm really shaky because I'm getting loosened up. Yeesh. As you can see, my backhand is just shaking. That was a good one. I put a hole right through that can. That one did as well. Well, that was a good hit. So I'm doing all right. What bullets are you firing? I am using 8mm steel bearings. Bullseye, Bobby, I'll take it. I'm using 8mm bearings. The standard size for competition are 7, 8, and 9.5. I've settled on 8 because I like them. Boom. I hate allergies during summer, I bet. If you were here with my neighbor mowing the grass and all that grass floating around, you'd probably be dying. I don't have allergies too bad. As you can tell, this style of shooting would be much more complicated. Although I know some people, like my buddy Sam that's on here, this is the only way he shoots. He never learned short draw. I learned short draw and got pretty good at it. Now I'm learning long draw, and because I'm an old dude and I'm out of shape, my arm is feeling it. But I love doing it. Hitting that can pretty good. Don't mean I never knock out a rabbit two with a Ritz rocket. Yeah, a lot of people hunt rabbits and squirrels with slingshots. Last night I was on the phone. I like to come out of my back porch so I don't bother my wife. Excuse me. A big old raccoon comes up. There's no way I'm going to kill a raccoon. Not with this. But a couple of years ago, I had one up on my roof that caused me to have to get a new roof. Cost me 10 grand. So obviously, when a raccoon shows up in my yard, I'm going to get rid of him. So I got I've got one special slingshot set up with heavier bands on it, and I got some 9.5 clay ammo that's not going to do anything but bruise them. I sent him back to the gutter with a few bruises on it, but just mentioned a minute ago, Jennifer, I'm using 8mm steel. I think that's your name. I've got sun in my eyes. So Thomas said hi. I'm using 8mm steel bearings. A lot of people shoot 7 and 9.5 as well. I've kind of settled on the middle. 7 gets lost in my pouch and I can't feel it. 9 is just bigger, takes a little more oomph to get it down range, and 8's just easy to shoot for me. Some people use marbles. A lot of people shoot BBs or airsoft BBs, which are good because you can get biodegradable ones for your yard. And 50 cal muzzle loader, those are fun. Black powder is cool. Do you pick all those off the floor when you? Yes, I do. I actually, you can see it leaning up against my garage. Right there is a steel pole. There's a big old magnet on the end, and I'll walk by when I'm done. It takes about 5 minutes. And I pick most of them up. I usually miss a few and I find them the next day. A couple of them bury themselves in the ground. I'll find them 3 days later, but I try and get them all. Oh, that can's about to go. Can's about broke. Let me zoom in some more so you can see it break. All right, should be able to see the can now. What a great idea. Yeah, thank you. All right, let's see if we can hit that can and knock it down. You should be able to watch it fall now. Just nipped it in the wrong place. The mower is over. Yahoo! There it goes. Boom. We cut that can in half. Let me go grab it and I'll show it to you. Put the slingshot away. And while I'm down here, you can still hear me because I have a microphone. I'm going to grab my ammo grabber and show you how it works. There's tons of ammo right here. They hear it getting sucked up to the magnet. There. Here's what's left of the can. We blew it in half. Let me zoom out. There we go. And this is the magnet I used to pick them up. That's just part of what I've shot so far. And then I just put them next to my pouches, scrape them off, and keep on going. All right, we're going to go back to regular shooting. Blowgun. Somebody mentioned blowguns. I'd like to try a blowgun. I think that'd be cool. And by the way, I use these on that other slingshot because with the long band, sometimes they go through and they bounce and they flap back and hit you in the hand and it hurts. I don't want to rub my hands raw. Great shot. Thank you. Had lots of wrist rockets, slingshots. They're always fun and priceless. I'll tell you, if you liked it, get some of these new modern ones with these new bands. The old bands that you used were probably those big latex tubes. They have no elasticity. They're very, very stiff, and because they're same width all the way back, when they retract, there's a lot of resistance and you lose power. These, if you notice, are 20 millimeters here, but they're only 12 millimeters back here. See how much thinner that is? So what happens is that reduces the resistance on the band and it can retract faster. These little bands, 6 to 7 pound draw, and I get over 200 feet per second out of them. All right, Royal Rangers. Yes, buddy. Still going? I'm still leading. Got that frog again. I am lights out tonight. Count them up, 9 counting them. My guess is this bag right now, when I started, had 300 or 400 rounds. Usually by the time I'm done with the live stream, I'm almost empty. So I easily go through 1,500 to 2,000 shots a week, depending on how much I practice when I'm not on live. Usually Wednesday is a day where I just come out and do my own thing and practice. Things that I don't want you to see me screw up at and suck at. But Mr. Sam wanted a live today. So here we are. I appreciate everybody watching and asking questions. Well, I was a dead eye a minute ago. I think I need to take my time. Slow down a little, and then I think I might need a drink of water too. Here we go. Let me get my water bottle here. Simpleshot on my water bottle. Not my fault. Oh, that's funny. Better keep up the go. Hey, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. 3D archery courses are awesome. Yes, they are. I have not got to shoot one, but I have a friend that flies RC planes at my club, and his job is he has a 3D archery course that he travels around the country and sets up. I think it's like 608 archery or something like that. And that's his job. He hauls a big fifth wheel behind him. He sets up bunches of 3D targets, like deer and stuff we expect, but he has like elephants and giraffes. And he goes all over the country during the summer. For slingshots, we don't really have 3D stuff that much, but when we go to tournaments, they have something called a woods course. There's 30 steel targets. Some of them look like animals, some of them are just round or square. And they place them at all different elevations, different distances, hide them behind trees, make you shoot through branches. That's the closest we get to 3D. It's really cool. Like golf, but cooler. Yeah, I agree. Back in the day, we couldn't afford any steel shots, and we'll use any rock that we could. Yep, you can still use rock. You can still use rocks. So we just caution against it with the nice slingshots today because, one, rocks are very irregular. And if you don't grip them right and something goes wrong, they'll tear your bands on the way out, hit your fork, hit your hand. Plus, if they're not round, you just don't know where they're going. But yes, in a pinch, you can use a rock. In fact, Zachary Fowler, who is one of the best slingshot shooters in the world, was on this TV show Alone, where they leave you in the wilderness by yourself with a camera, and you get 10 things to take with you. And whoever lasts the longest gets like $500,000, and he won season 3. And one of his items was a slingshot. And he actually found a couple rocks, and got a squirrel or two while he was on the show with a slingshot. for food. So yeah. Anyone order the new Spartan? I didn't. But Thrillbilly, who's usually one of my moderators, but he's got health issues and he can't always be on, he ordered one. He told me when I find something I like, especially shooting sports, he likes to collect. He's more of a casual shooter because he can't shoot for long periods of time or do tournaments. So he compensates by buying them all. He was one of the first. As soon as it was available, he told me he bought it. So I wonder what number he's going to get. It's really pretty, but it's through the fork, and I don't shoot through the fork. I've tried and don't like it. Plus, it's through the fork and it had narrow. It's like 80-something millimeter fork, so there's not a lot of room there. This guy kills gophers. Yeah, I might have made a chipmunk or two suffer. Mostly I like hitting spinners. I love target shooting. $50 likes. We made it to 50. Woohoo! Is it time to cut another can? Or should I just keep shooting? I keep shooting that one target because I'm trying to break it. Should probably start shooting the pheasant. It's way more fun. There's a wobbly pheasant head up there. Oh, I hit him right in the noggin. Woohoo! Thrillbilly's here! Only because he never shot with me. Oh, hey, I'd shoot with you if I could. Thrillbilly's here. He bought the new Slingshot today. I'm sure he's very excited to get it. I'm going to try and bust up another can. Fish lines. Hey, do I know you from online? Are you like in the Facebook group? It sounds like you're a shooter. I don't recall you being on the live streams before. I'm making a catch box at the moment. Hey, way to go, Yeet. What are you building it out of? You going to use a 50-gallon barrel like I got up there? I got some ideas. I ordered a bunch of targets, and I ordered that little pile of orange, like the silicone that bounce back, and they come from like 12.5 all the way up to like 80. And I'm going to make like a 2x4 or 4x4 U thing, stick it in the ground, and mount them on there. Down at the bottom of my target setup. Got a bunch of scrap wood from some porch work where they redid my 3-season porch a couple of years ago. There's a lot of wood left. So I may as well do something with it. It's even pressure treated. Hey, 51 likes now. Yahoo! 4-gallon water jug upside down. That'll work because then the ammo wall pops out and goes into a bucket or a bowl. It's a good idea. I've seen that done before. All right, we're going to try that can down on the bottom. Loosen my shoulder up. Whoa, that was nowhere close. Let me zoom in just a little. Oh, that's way too much. Trying to zoom in so you can see the target a little bit better. There we go. For those of you that just joined, my right shoulder, the one that I hold the ammo with, is sore from doing this so much. So I need to take a break, but I don't want to because it's too much fun. Whoa, that first can, I was all over it. I'm nowhere close on this one. There we go. Good hit. Put a good hole in it. I can see it. I think that's a Diet Dr. Pepper can. For those of you that just joined and watching me hit everything with that other slingshot, this is a more advanced style of shooting that I have not completely dialed in yet. The only way to do it is through repetition, so you get to watch me. Practice, practice, practice. Some days I do really good with it. Some days I don't do nothing. I was doing pretty good with it earlier tonight. I'm very close to the can. I'm just not on it. So go ahead and laugh at my accuracy if you want. It was low. There we go. That was a hard hit. Poor Mr. Sam. I don't know if he's still on. The other day he was shooting, and somehow he got the band twisted or something, and it went through. The ammo didn't come out, and it came back and slapped and put a hole right in his knuckle. He's hardcore, though. He's still shooting. I'd be taking a couple days off. As you can see, I'm a little twitchy. I'm not real still, which is the problem. I'm flinching right before I let go. I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh, let me go fix it. I killed it that time. There's some holes in it, and there's a piece of ammo rolling around, too. I seem to be hitting it high up on the can most of my shots. And then I hit it on the bottom. Just off the bottom. And that one went way high for some reason. Like I said, it's consistency. I'll get 2 or 3 hits in a row, and then I'll miss 3 or 4 times. Couple more shots. If I don't start hitting, we'll park this slingshot and go back to the good one that I know I'm good at. There we go. So we can get a couple more on it. That one sounded funny. Okay, a couple more, and then we'll go back to the short draw. One more good hit. One more good hit, Philip. Oh. All right, that was a good one. Let me try one more. If I miss, I'm done. As long as we're hitting. 3 in a row, boys. All right, I'm going to retire this for the evening. I love shooting it, but I really do need to rest my shoulder. Although I was feeling pretty good there toward the end. The more I shoot, the better it feels, but then I'll feel it tomorrow. Let's go back to the one we know we're good at. My wife abandoned me with no food. Thrill Billy, do we need to get a GoFundMe out for you? Right shoulder is numb and buzzing every time I stop moving it. Oh, that's not good. Shooter's cuff. That's funny. And I guess I have it. Let me pull these finger thingies off. I have had frozen shoulder on both of my shoulders and had the steroid injection to fix them. All right, let's finish off that thing. I'm not going to waste our time now. We're going to take care of it. Told you we'd finish it off pretty quick. Oh, this is the 9.5. If I get a good hit, it might do some real damage. Oh, I always miss with the 9.5. Breathe, sir. Yeah, I know. I got that one stray 9.5 in my bag. Oh, that just barely tipped it. I hope you guys can hear the smack good because I got a microphone down there. Don't come this way, little squirrel. Got squirrels all over our yard. That was a good hit. There's 3 of them. My wife feeds them. Get a drink of water. Getting a little warm. Not that it's 100 degrees or anything, but you know, up here in the north where we're not used to hot. I got new slings coming tomorrow. And I've got another person sending me one. I have, in a week or so, I'm going to have 3 new slingshots to play with. I'm debating if I want to do an unboxing on the package I got coming, because there's some really cool stuff in it. I want to open it up and go shoot them. Maybe I'll sit in our little screen tent over on the driveway and do an unboxing video. And then we'll go shoot them. And make a video out of it. I know what's in there, but I'm not telling you. It's going to be a surprise. There's so many holes in it, I'm shooting right through the holes now. At least I'm not missing. Oh, I did that time. That one had corrosion on it. That one had like rust on it, and I think I saw it curve. I just really enjoy leather targets and occasionally paper. Those are really good. Those are really good targets. Only miss when you want. Paper's really good because you can see your pattern. You know where you're messed up. In leather, they just have a nice smack to them. unlike some of my friends, my leather targets seem to last. Sam and Weston and Josh Hicks, they get a leather spinner and that thing's destroyed in a couple hours. Of course, they just shoot repeatedly at the one target over and over and nothing else. All right, we put a tear in it. I see a chunk of the can hanging out the back. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little more so when it goes, you can see it better. I got spoons, golf balls, plastic disc, and aluminum disc. Be careful with spoons, Yeet. I have had spoons up and they will send some flybacks, some bounce backs. Anything that's hard metal is going to ricochet. So I'm just telling you, be careful with them. But if you bend those spoons just right and you hit them good, they do spin really well. That was a good hit. You can see that can is pretty mangled. I'm going to zoom in even more just because it's so cool. You don't need to see me that much. There you go, guys. Right there. Should be able to just see the end of my slingshot when I shoot. Yep. How did that not break? You can see it's pretty mangled. There it went. Boom. Just like that. The can is more. A wood catch box more than anything. Yeah, wood catch boxes will do that. But I'm just telling you, steel bounces bad. I'm going to make a wood frame toward the bottom of my net there and screw some targets on it that I got coming. And I know I'm going to get bounce backs. I may like cut a pool noodle up and stick it on the front just to kind of help with it. I don't know if you guys can see them. I don't shoot at these very much, but down on the ground, there's some green targets. They're the flip overs. We'll see if I can flip them over. They were all black and you can't see them, so I painted them fluorescent green. Oh, not enough zip on it to flip it. Maybe my bands are getting stretched out. These were brand new bands tonight, so I wouldn't break. All right, let's aim at a different one. There it goes. That ammo, you can't see it. That ammo bounced halfway back to me because those are steel. And that one bounced a third of the way back. Hope I'm not covering it up when I shoot. Gonna have to gather some ammo in the yard tonight. Yep, got another one over. Just got those two ornery ones that don't want to flip. Oh, it almost went. It almost went. There it goes. One more. One left. There it is. Now I hit the top one and they'll flip over. You can see it right there. All I do is hit it. Just like that. Boom. They're all free now. That one's fun, but because it's metal, I don't shoot a lot. Hello, Commander. Hey, how's it going there, Mr. Ranger Man? Pretty good with a sling bottle first. Huh? Okay, naturally. Cool. Slingshots are a lot of fun, Wesley. I think you've been around a while on these feeds. I think I recognize your name. All right, I've been having real good success with that frog. Let's see if I can smack him again. Every time I shoot at the frog, I hit him on the first shot. My goal is chasing wild turkey down. A good slingshot with some heavy bands and some heavy ammo. If you got a turkey in close enough, you might be able to take a turkey down if you got him in the head. That would be pretty cool feat, because most people use guns. You would have to take a good shot with a heavy band, though. And he'd have to be within 20 yards. All right, folks, what do you want me to shoot at? Tell me what to shoot. That water bottle, that's an easy one. It bounces good, too. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go put my coffee can up. Then I'm going to shoot 25 yards. I'll be right back. I know you guys like watching me shoot long distance. I'm shooting pretty good tonight, so why not? All right. He was a tall. He's in for competition. Sometimes I miss a few comments, folks. I'm sorry. The sun shines right in my eye. All right. I'm in a parking lot of the car repair store in my backyard. And because of the location, I can't get full 25 yards. If I can see better, taking pigeons at distance, it's another thing I see people do a lot with it. Okay, so I'm close to 25 yards. I'm probably 23. So you can see the coffee can right there. In competition, it's Midwest Spring Sling. They gave us 2 practice shots, and we got 10 shots to see how many times we could hit it. So let's see how we do. One shot, one hit. Didn't even have to practice. That was the right height, but off to the side. I saw that one bounce high, bounced over by the tree. Dude, killing it. I think I've only missed once or twice. Oh, I barely got it. I flinched trying to let go. Another hit. Oh, off to the right. I'm doing pretty good. Boom. I don't have a goat, but I am the goat. Sometimes I feel like yelling like a goat. All right, folks, I was shooting pretty good. So I'm going to try something even stupider. I'm going to try and hit the 80 millimeter spinner on the top row from 25 yards. Let's see if we can do it. That was close. You guys like this 25 long distance shooting? Not as good, but let's try cutting a can from back here. I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't know if I have the power left at the end. I'm so close to that spinner. Got it. Ooh, yeah. Hey, Track Attack. How's it going, buddy? I'm shooting 25 yards. All right, Track. I tried to get a pen, Track. I'm going to give you my email address. My email address is frogmanproductions, frogmanproductions @gmail.com. I don't want to stick it in the chat. You were talking about wanting to do a duo live on Saturday maybe. And I need to be able to contact you somehow. Either that or find me on Facebook. Send me a friend request if you're on Facebook. Because I'll need that information to add you. Now, granted, I tried to do one tonight with Sam, and it didn't work. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I would like to try it on Saturday evening, possibly, if you're free. And I'm free. Oh, got the 80 again. Yes, you guys go. I was talking about the other day on my live. If you haven't followed his YouTube channel, Track Attack 911, he does some really cool stuff. He does really cool trick shots that I'm not going to try. Well, maybe. Oh, I got the 80. I am on fire tonight. Fast Eddie. How's it going, man? Man, Thrillbilly, Raking Raccoon, Fast Eddie, Track Attack. I'm a popular dude tonight. I'm shooting 25 yards and I'm trying to hit an 80 millimeter spinner. I got it a couple of times. Well, maybe 23 yards. I can't go the full 25 tonight. There's a car in the way. Doesn't hit with much authority when it does hit. Oh, that was close. Oh, I am all over that thing. Boom. All right, we're going to go back up to our normal distance. That was fun, though. I was tired tonight. I started out, I couldn't hit squat. I'm shooting pretty good now. A shot like this at a tournament, I might do okay. Are you shooting Hawks Purple? Yes, I use Hawks Purple for short draw. Can you mod me? Who is this? No, not yet. I've only seen you like once or twice. I don't know you that well. Only let people mod that I see all the time and I know. I'm sorry. I'm not being mean. But the people who are mods are real regulars and I know them personally. There we go, hitting that 50 spinner. Thanks, man. I think you've been in here before and wanted to, Binks Goat. Keep being regular, show some interest. Get into the slingshot world. If you're on Facebook, look me up. Let's get to know each other a little bit. These other folks are people I know from the community that are really good friends. Not afraid to make somebody a mod. I just want to make sure I know who they are. Not saying you're a bad guy or anything. Just trying to be careful. I am a family-friendly stream. All right, I keep hitting the frog every time I try. Let's try the frog again. Do I shoot turkey? No. One, with a slingshot where I live in Wisconsin, USA, you're not allowed to hunt with a slingshot. You're not allowed to hunt with one here. But I'm not really a hunter. I just love target shooting. I'm not opposed to anyone hunting. I got friends that'll shoot and eat anything that they can find. And even sometimes they give me a little bit of it. It's not my thing. My idea of hunting is a steak in the cooler in the meat department. I did some squirrel hunting years and years ago. And when I moved up to Wisconsin, I duck hunted a couple years. My wife's family is huge duck hunters. It's a rite of passage for the young men. And I did that a number of years. But I realized I really didn't like the duck. And there was a lot of work to get through like 2 ducks. And I just finally said, I'm not going to go do that anymore. Yeah. I'm in one of the, I think there's 17 states where it's not legal. Yeah, Fast Eddie. No kidding. I think Jeff Sims, I made him some bands. He paid me a few dollars to make him some bands. He said to get a slingshot sent to New Jersey, they will not ship to New Jersey. It has to be shipped to someone else's house in another state, and then you have to pick it up from them. Dang, I'm glad I don't live in New Jersey. That would suck. Kind of cooled off, man. Earlier I was hitting that target all the time. There we go. Starting to get low on ammo, so it's about time to wrap this thing up. Using 8mm steel. Bearings are compact. Yeah, I'm using 8mm steel. A lot of people like 7 or 9.5 steel as well. And I do have some clay sitting on the ground that I spilled that I will use like if I'm going for a walk in the woods. Or if I'm learning something new and I'm not confident in my ability, I'll use clay because it doesn't damage your frame if it hits it. Clay is a great way to start when you're just starting out. Don't use steel because you're going to make mistakes and you're going to damage stuff, and you certainly don't want to do it with steel. Wait until you get comfortable and you're not having any mishaps anymore. Then dive into steel. Making my own frames. And Past Eddie makes some dandy frames, man. Pretty California. Yeah, well, California. Enough said. I tried making one frame and it was a joke. I didn't know what I was doing. The forks are like this long and they're like super wide and you have to like hold it way up on the thing, and just a piece of wood I found laying around, and I stripped it with a pocket knife and sanded a little bit and got a couple of wood tools from the workshop at church, and I polyurethaned it. It shoots, but not very good. It was sad. Now that I know a little more, I need to cut an inch and a half off of those forks and get it down to 90 millimeter. It'd shoot a lot better. I'm just not set up and don't have room to create a workshop to build. So I'm a buyer, not a builder. Yeah, I'll be hot for a second and then I go cold. There we go. I hit that pheasant right in the noggin. He'd be a dead pheasant. Boom. Yeah, I'm getting low on ammo. I'm gonna have to call her a night, I think. Just when all the cool people, like Fast Eddie, joined in. That's why Fast Eddie makes his own frames, because he can't buy them. Plus, he's really good at it. There we go. A little odd placing your finger. Yeah, that's kind of the thing I was scared of with that big one. You had to like, I don't know, some guys shoot like this with their hands like that. That just looks scary. Anyway, guys, I think I'm done for the night. Been on almost an hour and a half. Went through a boatload of ammo. We split 2 cans. I'm trying to keep the shade out of my eyes. And we had a good time. And we did really well from long distance, too. That was fun. So remember, if you're interested in slingshots, use the link down in the description to Simpleshot. That helps me out when you do. If you're interested in getting started in slingshots because you don't know what you're doing, zoom out. There's a link in the description to my Slingshot Basics course. If you go through that and do some practicing, shoot every day with those tips and guidance, in about a week you'll be busting cans and having a good time. So check those things out. Like and subscribe to my channel. I think I've got another video coming out tomorrow, and I've got another one edited, ready to upload. So I got one for next week, and then I need to make up some new content. I got some ideas. So anyhow, thanks for watching, everyone. Keep shooting. God bless. Keep slinging. We'll see you next time.